Councilman. It was just beautiful. Old Jimbo Sr. would have loved every minute of it. I think that this was our best Christmas tree lighting in Habertown history.
I'm glad that it pleased you, Mr. the Mayor. Oh, watch your leg. All right, lay your head back. There were a few hiccups in the preparation, but all right, let me tuck you here. Great. But I think all in all, it was a success.
A rip-roarin' one. I usually dread seeing all of the cretin of this town, but somehow, when they're all gathered around the old tree singing songs, it fills my heart with a certain something.
Yes, sir.
Councilman, did you sort out our little issue with the Army man quarterback?
Yeah, she left him. He'll either be so depressed that he won't play, or he'll be so depressed that he won't play well. In either case, the Haberdashers are slated for a blowout with you at the helm, Mr. Quarterback.
Oh, bless your sweet tight end.
Yes, very good, Mr. the Mayor. We got a big day tomorrow. Get some sleep, champ.
Councilman, I have to get something off my chest here. I haven't been sleeping great at all. Not great at all. Do you ever think maybe our time at the top is dwindling down? That it's all gonna come to an end someday.
Mr. the Mayor, you're a confident guy, but I've never met anyone more confident than I. So if you need just a little advice, just pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Mr. the Mayor, you're a man of means. To those who can afford it, you don't come cheap, but to those who can, the price is free. Just pick yourself up by your bootstraps.
But Councilman, what can I say? It's hard times in the USA. Those Reagan days have blown away, and Armageddon's any day.
Mr. the Mayor, you're the people's choice. Your generation has found its voice, and in your message they'll rejoice when you pick yourself up by your bootstraps. I'll pick myself up by my bootstraps. Good night, Mr. the Mayor.
Oh, Mr. the Mayor!
What's that? Who's that?
Oh, you don't recognize me. Haven't you ever opened a history book, you crusty old gizzard?
Oh, lay off me, you crow. I knew I shouldn't have eaten the entire Jell-O mold before bed. It only gives me indigestion and nightmares. Also, it's Christmas Eve. What makes you think I want to spend my Christmas Eve
I
with...
have transcended space and time, and you
But-
would listen to me.
But...
Tomorrow's game, yes, I know all about your fraudulent game, you rotten exploiter, will not end in any conventional manner. It will end by the crash and the cross.
Why, of course it will end with a crash and the cross. It's our best play. Look, spooky ghost lady, I don't know who you are, but you are interrupting my standard 13 hours of sleep, and I don't appreciate...
I am Susan B. Anthony, and while I have no concern in saving your life tomorrow, I do very much care about the lives of your constituents.
What do you know about my constituents?
I know that they are a mistreated lot, and that things are to become far worse for them, and that unfortunately you will play an enormous role in preventing mass suffering should you be wise enough to listen to me. Tomorrow, when it happens, drop everything you are doing, thinking, feeling, and do this one thing. Rip it.
What? Is this the 60s again? Rip what? I haven't touched that stuff in years. Okay, I'm trying to quit anyway. Rip what?
Rip it!
Ho, ho, ho! Sports Sports fans, football fans, the day of the big game is upon us all. The Haberdashers, led by Mr. the Mayor, will be taking on the Brownell Boys, led by some local failures. It's looking like a beautiful Christmas day, and more importantly, a beautiful day for some football. A high of 55 degrees and mostly clear skies except for... I thought you could only see shooting stars at night. Anyway, let's go through the lineup of the Haberdashers while we wait for kickoff in our Hydra-specific hype-up show. Number 55, the man in the
told I got no spine, yeah, I do mind getting kicked in the behind, 'cause at the end of the day, oh, I won't say I deserve better, so much better. Laughed at and he cried. I do mind when friends and enemies blur the line, 'cause at the end of the day, though I won't say I deserve better, so much better. I'm not a clown, I'm used to touchdown. I think that it's time. When look and get me down, kick my name around, I'll say it isn't fine. It's not just a face, there's a time and place to draw the line. Gonna spread the truth. I'll wear the Christmas suit and make everything fine.
Merry Christmas.
And the same to you.
Are you all ready for the big game today?
Keep it down. Candy doesn't know I'm still playing.
And why would that matter?
All you care about is produce, Rod. You didn't hear? Candy doesn't want me to play. He said he's going to fire me if I get on the field.
Are you serious right now?
As a heart attack.
Absolutely ridiculous. Why doesn't he want you to play?
Man, I don't know. I think he feels slighted by something I said. I guess even more than that, he feels jealous that no one asked him to play. It made him feel old and vulnerable and unwanted, maybe.
And what makes you think that he won't find out after the fact? What's the plan then?
As always, I haven't thought it out that far. I know it's not worth throwing my job away over, but at the same time, maybe it's not.
Joe Leonard to the manager's office. Joe Leonard to the manager's office.
And that's my cue. Merry Christmas, Rod.
And a Happy New Year. Do you ever think it's fucked up that we have to work on Christmas a little bit?
All the time.
Come in.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I like that. It's a sign of respect. When I was growing up, everything was yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Some little kid was in here last week, knocking jars of jelly onto the floor. You know what he says to me when I told him to stop? Any idea? He says, "You're not my dad." The nerve. To come in here, smash glass and jelly on my floor, and now I'm the bad guy. Never mind, sir. Never mind manners. These kids are so arrogant and gender neutral.
I don't see them here, Nance. This was the last spot.
Are you sure?
Check the list.
Okay. They weren't at Bartleby's because that's closed. We didn't see them at Joe's house or the Privy Pit. No one was at the field. They weren't at your house or mine. Katie, where could they be?
I don't know, honey, but I've got to go home and get a shower before work. Hell, I'll skip the shower.
I can't believe he's making you come in on Christmas.
He just wants his gift.
Katie, aren't you worried about getting caught? Don't you worry about how Jimmy would feel if he knew?
I worry about all of that all of the time, but Nancy, I'm getting long in the tooth. I'm not the youthful beauty that all of the guys want to ask to the dance anymore. I'm not even the youthful beauty that all of the guys want to take to bed at the bar anymore. I know it's lousy, but sometimes it makes me feel good, and it's nice to know that I'm doing something for me. Guilt is common.
I just hope you know what you're doing.
Listen, my kids should be waking up soon. After you drop me off, would you swing over there and pull out the sticky buns I made for them? I ordinarily wouldn't ask, but it's important to me that they have a nice Christmas breakfast.
Sure, Katie.
Great, thanks. I'll meet you at the game after my shift. The kids should be fine. Their grandmother is coming over around 9 to take them to Mass.
Well, what makes you think I'll be at the game?
You just dragged me around all night to look for your sweetheart. You're stuck on him, for better or worse. You wouldn't miss that game for the world.
Oh, I'm stuck, Katie, but not on him.
You are, just like I'm stuck on Jimmy. It's maddening. Thanks again for helping out with the kids. Santa Daddy, I've got a juicy present for you. Woohoo. Oh, Joe, I didn't know you were on today. I thought you would have taken off for the big game. Nancy has been looking all over for Nick. Do you know where?
The big game?
No, Candy, just listen.
The big game? You were still gonna play in that goddamn game after I threatened you and your job?
Candy, you really...
Katie, I'll take my present behind the meat counter. Get the hell out of here.
Candy!
Ow! And as for you, Joe Leonard, you were a good damn employee. Were is the key word there. Get your stuff and get out!
You're just about the...
I couldn't care less about your pansy game of grab ass. I do care about my employees listening to me, which you don't. I can't run a stable with these wild horses. Never mind your stuff. Just get out and never come back, unless you want a security escort.
Fine.
I miss Bobby.
He was the best of all of us, Billy.
He loved this football stuff. He was almost as excited as Joe.
Hey, don't speak ill of the dead.
You know, when we were there, drinking in the Habertown Igloo's locker room last night, in the place where our champions assemble every Sunday, I could have sworn he was there with us. It feels like we're playing for him today. I am, anyway.
We all are, bud. Listen, I'll meet you over at the field. I gotta go get some hot sausages, mayonnaise, and paper towels from the store.
Just have Joe get them. He works there.
I thought of that. He's not picking up at the office. It's no big deal. I'll see you on the field.
up and try again. Please hang up and try again. Please hang up and try again.
Hey, Nance, how's it going over there?
The kids are all fed and getting into their church clothes. Alice wanted to wear her school safety belt, but I think I dissuaded her.
I can't thank you enough, Nancy. Some Christmas.
Hey, you're doing the best you can, and they love you for it.
I don't love me for it. Candy just fired Joe, so I said I wouldn't blow him, and he gave me eyes like maybe he's gonna fire me, but I didn't even mean it. I was just bluffing until he gave me that look.
Don't be so hard on yourself. That guy is a pig.
Thanks, Nancy. Oh, Candy's coming down. I guess I better make up my mind.
Rise and shine, shine, shine. Today's the day, Mr. the Mayor. The day you grind those snot-nosed brats into the ground. We shall rip out their entrails and stomp them on the ground, their excrement and intestinal lining being strewn around the ground. We'll make the place drip with waste and pansy blood. Breakfast?
Councilman, do you ever feel like today's just gonna be different? That you are standing on the edge of something that will change everything, and no matter what you do, it's going to happen with or without your consent?
No, I believe firmly in self-determination. Now eat up, but don't be shy. I made sure that your uniform was tailored a size larger to account for all the holiday goodies you've been ingesting. I wanted to make sure that you wouldn't rip it.
Rip it?
Here's the playbook, Mr. the Mayor. We won't need it, as our defensive line is going to pummel them so severely that they'll hardly be able to cover our wide receivers. But all the same...
Whoa, wait, we're still playing?
Well, yes. Billy confirmed it this morning. He said the whole team will be there.
What?
We tried everything that we
Obviously not. This wasn't supposed to make it onto the field. We were supposed to show up, ham it on the cameras, and show the world that these homosexual millennials can't hang.
Mr. the Mayor, with all respect, you're not scared of them, are you?
No!
Good. Then it won't be anything to tear them to shreds.
Look, I know I can destroy them. I just wasn't counting on having to actually do it.
That isn't a very positive line of thinking.
It's been quite some time since I actually threw the old pigskin around, and it's going to make me all sweaty, which isn't a good look when you're waving to the cameras. Not a good look at all. Lousy.
Unfortunately, you'll just have to be a sweaty hero today, sir. Like John Wayne. Everyone will see that you're a hard-working sports hero. The everyman.
You really think so?
Of course. Now eat the sausage. Today, we fly on the wings of protein.
Rats. No sausage on the rack. I'm gonna have to go to the case. Candy!
Oh, jeez. Hey, Jimmy.
All right, cut the niceties. I'm only talking to you because there isn't any sausage on the rack, and I need some for the big game today.
Well, you know, sometimes sausage ain't where it's supposed to be. Oh. Sometimes, oh, God. Sometimes it's in the strangest place.
All right, shut the hell up and give me 2 pounds, please. Where's my wife?
2 pounds it is. Oh, she's not your wife. You're too chicken shit to seal the deal. She's probably off with the real man who isn't afraid of commitment.
Oh, come on, Candy. I know that you've had a thing for her.
Yeah.
And you know that you needed to back off.
Oh, so now you're willing to step up when you perceive a threat, but you can't be bothered to lock her down when she's counting on you.
Lock her down? Hey, I know I'm not the best husband, but she's a person, goddammit. No matter how you feel about her, or how you feel about me, she's her own woman. Not just the object of our desires. Learn some goddamn respect, goddammit.
Jimmy.
Katie, what the hell are you doing down here? Oh my God!
Jimmy, it was the last time, I swear.
You're gonna make me look you in the eye and talk to me about my wife while she's going down on you? What kind of a man is that?
I wasn't forcing her. Maybe if you could please her, she wouldn't come to me.
You're a goddamn snake and a menace.
Up yours. What, are you gonna hit me?
There wouldn't be any sport in that. I'm gonna kick your ass on the football field.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. know you weren't invited to play because you were a goddamn ape. But I'm sure the Haberdashers can find a spot for an old prick like you.
Oh, then if I win, I get Katie, and you win, she's yours.
What part aren't you grasping? What makes you think that I, let alone you, get to decide her future? She's her own person. No, Candy. This is just so I can beat your ass into the ground like a proper gentleman. A modern duel.
How romantic.
Thanks, Katie.
And that wraps up the Hydra-specific hype-up show. Boy, are the Haberdashers going to clean the clocks of the Brownell boys. I hope that the fat man brought a new hip for Joe Leonard and his teammates, because they're gonna need it. Both teams are walking onto the football field now for a quick warm-up before the kickoff at high noon, which can only mean that it's time for the Walcott's warm-up Support Our Vets and Pets show. Lacing up his shoes, the hidden gerbil himself, starting Haberdasher's full center, number 76,
It's our national delight. It's our natural birthright. It's what gets us through the week. Because we know that on Sunday night, the boys are gonna throw on the pads. Corporations will run their ads. Unity between bachelors and dads for corners of televised combat. Transformations and grace, impossible to recount the ways. Football gives us life when we're dying. God bless that dear old gridiron. It's our national delight. It's our natural birthright. It's what gets us through the week. Because we know that on Sunday night, it's our national delight. It's our natural birthright. Complex formations and plays, impossible to recount the ways. Football gives us life when we're dying. God bless that dear old gridiron. Complex formations and plays, impossible to recount the ways. Football gives us life when we're dying. God bless that dear old gridiron. Complex formations and plays, impossible to recount the ways. Football gives us life when we're dying. God bless that dear old gridiron. Complex formations and plays, impossible to recount the ways. Football gives us life when we're dying. God bless that dear old gridiron.
I still don't understand it, but it feels nice to be here for them.
Yeah, Nancy, it does. I don't know how to explain it, but this feels important.
It's all that they care about anymore.
Right, but it feels even bigger than that, like everything's about to change.
Like what, Katie?
You know, Nance, I really don't know, but boy, it is exciting.
Katie, Nancy, how very good to see you here.
seeing as I didn't see either of you at Mass this morning.
Oh, Father Time, it's all my fault. We couldn't find the boys, and I got put on the schedule for work, and...
Oh, ladies, you need not to explain anything to me. I completely understand. Now, as for him, well, that's an entirely different matter.
So, Father, I didn't know that you liked football.
But of course, it is the sport of our Lord. There are distinct sides, each led by a representative of the greater enterprise. There was no greater analogy for the battle between Lucifer and the Archangel Gabriel. Haven't you ever wondered why Sunday is the day of both the Sabbath and football? It's one and the same, my children.
Donnie the Bacon Mahogany is lined up for the kickoff. Defense is lined up in the Mayo packet. Boy, is it tense out there. It feels like this big strange world is on the precipice of a permanent alteration of its trajectory. Not by its own volition, but rather an outside, impermeable force. And it will surely encompass and drag us along with it into some new paradigm. Anyway, Donnie is set. The snap, the kick, and we are officially underway. Boy, look at that hang time. Now let's get the Papal Inc. post-kickoff show going. In the coin slot number 43 for the Haberdashers is true sophomore first-round pick from Boy Raisin University's Stanley McNicknackman. But first, a word from our sponsor.
If you want to feel safe, Nazi, fresh and clean and pleasing to other people. Nazi, what happens when you breathe? Nazi, breeding in your mouth and throat.
We got spirit, how about you?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Let your spirit be renewed.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Football is a way of life.
All is right. All is right.
Football is a guiding light.
End of night. End of night.
And the Brownell boys field goal is good. We're all tied up here at the end of the first 9-9. You know what time it is? Naturally, it's time for the Fandangle Movie App First Quarter Show. Fandangle, the only app that allows you to get someone in the movie theater to open a side door for you, so that you don't have to pay exorbitant fees.
We've got spirit, how about you?
Yes, we do. Good 42.
Is your target's on the move?
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I'm the player of the game.
The party name, Hall of Fame.
Flaunt the skills that we have honed.
Big 6 home, hike and go.
Hit the end of the third quarter and jeepers creepers. There is a streak of fire blasting against the horizon that appears to be heading right for us. That, of course, means that it's time for the Slick Roast Off third quarter show. The Brownell boys are up by 2 points, courtesy of Billy, who drilled the ever-loving crap out of the councilman Patrino into his own end zone, which led to a sink.
I've got spirit, how about you?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Let's spill our blood on our shoes.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Ah, Chihuahua! That was a pile-up like I've never seen. Looks like Nick is being taken out on a stretcher, which means that the Brownell boys are down a quarterback. The newest Haberdasher Candy is looking pretty pleased with the carnage that he has inflicted. Oh boy, the Brownell boys are really in a tight spot here, aren't they?
I've got spirit, how about you?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Let's spill their blood on our shoes.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Tit for tat, how do you like that? Jimmy, in what can only be described as an act of vengeance, has obliterated Candy. He is now taking off his helmet, and I feel he is whipping it against Candy's body. This is every bit as excessive as it is entertaining. Why, Candy is bleeding out of every visible orifice. I'm calling it now. Both players will be out for the rest of the game, one of which will be in the hospital. Gee whiz! Maybe even in the morgue this week. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
We got spirit, how about you?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Let your spirit be renewed.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Beer for water, wings for bread.
Keep us fed. Keep us fed.
Our hearts are black, the sky is red.
God is dead.
God is dead.
It's an even Steven match here, folks, tied up in lockstep at 18-18. Just like an Indian giver, the second one of these teams offers up the lead, the other springs into action and takes it right on back. And jeepers peepers! That burning effigy from above is careening right towards us. I mean, folks, that thing is plummeting right at us, for cripe's sake. Really, folks, duck and cover. Duck and cover!
Ablaze! The Bartleby's burns ablaze! Our game has upset the Lord!
Upset the Lord? Why, Councilman, what do we do?
Well, I don't know.
Councilman, hold this football, will you?
Mr. the Mayor, this is hardly the time to get into your birthday suit. There are cameras everywhere.
Trust me.
Hark! See this pasty red-clad man running towards us. Red, the color of hell and all its demons. He is a false idol. This is his doing.
What should we do, Father?
Simpleton, the answer is clear and concise. We must renew our vow to the Lord. He told us, first thing in the Decalogue, commandment 1 of 10. He is the Lord that took us out of Egypt, out of the prison house. We have made a mockery of him with our game and with our confusion about the meaning of this Christmas season.
Okay, how do we renew our vow to the Lord?
Well, if he wants to take the place of our Savior so badly, let's let him. Tack him up on a cross.
I don't understand. I did what you told me to, Susan. I ripped it. Why isn't this madness stopping?
Susan, that's right.
Dig it.
Jesus! Well, at least cover yourself with this, Mr. the Mayor.
The football. You don't think... Jesus. She was right.
The townsfolk are erecting the crucified Santa on their makeshift cross, and he is up! But wait! It appears that there is a tiny spaceman making his way up to the field. Is that? No. He's on the moon. But is it him?
It's him!
Staring into the void, trying hard to destroy the shame and fear from all those years as a Catholic boy.
Making like-minded friends, you play light-hearted pretend. There's no need for ego to feel, 'cause fun never ends.
And what did I learn?
Even if you burn
the memories to clear some room, you're just running on the fumes.
I picked up tricks on the way when I forgot what to say. It's fun at first, but all at once it was worse. I forgot the game I wanted to play. And what did I learn? Even if you burn the memories to clear some room, you're just running on the fumes.
I thought I knew what to think. Sometimes I laughed and I winked, and now I cough when I used to get off. The blood drains from my face and I blink.
And what did I learn? Even if you burn the memories to clear some room, you're just running on the fumes. And what did I learn?
And if you burn the memories to clear some room, you're just running on the fumes. You're just running on the fumes. You're just running on the fumes. Just running on the fumes.
Midlife Christmas was written, produced, and directed by Joseph Glennon and Johnny Chobani, starring Alyssa Shaw as Joanne, Anthony Baker as Candy and Father Time, Bella Amata as Susan B. Anthony, Brock Lava as Simpleton Number 2, Dan McBrady as John Medina, Greg Seavey as Billy and Councilman Jonas, Izzy Tyke as Katie, Jerry Murphy as Jimmy, Joseph Glennon as Joe, Councilman and Swine of the Cosmos Number 2, Johnny Chobani as Mayor, Swine of the Cosmos and Bryce Spornstein, Cat Lemon as Sad Phillip, Matt Cahill as Broker Number 2, Mike Byrne as Don Tally-Ho, Nick Gabago as Big Fella Number 1, Odin Popel as Simpleton Number 1, Pat Malley as Broker Number 1, Pete Innes as Space Pope, Rod the Vegetable Man and the Waiter, Riley Shelburne as Nick and Bartender, Rob Marius as Jesus Christ, the Son of God, and Ain't That the Truth, Samantha Chobani as Nancy and Chief of Police Thayer Kelly, Sir Philip Albert Vincent as Big Fella Number 2 and Sugar Bear. Thank you for listening and have a very Merry Christmas.